Hey, what's up YouTube? This is finally the Joker Crazy from shoryuken.com, from YouTube, from Xbox Live. My gamer tag is Joker Crazy. I also go by Onyx Guard Elite, as you guys have noticed some other videos. Someone suggested to me that I start doing these commentary videos to try to get a little bit more personal with my audience and with my subscribers. But the fact is, I did not want to start doing this just because I don't have that many. But frankly, I figured maybe I could start getting more attention, maybe I could start talking to more people. And I actually get a lot of questions and comments about a lot of my Dudley plays. A little bit on my Black Ops. I don't know if you guys know, but my best video, or the one with the most hits, is actually my worst video that I uploaded. I didn't even intentionally upload it with trying to get this many views, but I believe it's at about 130,000 now. And it's basically just a sniper battle with me and my friend Captain Price. Also right now going by I am Sweetie on XboxLive.com. I'll put his channel on the link if you guys want to check it out. But basically, I'm just here, and I am this Los Angeles Dudley. I love playing with Dudley. I'm a boxer myself, and I just feel that Dudley's a very strong, versatile character, very quick. Of course, with a lot of shortcomings. He can't kick. He has sometimes trouble getting in on certain post characters, especially in Street Fighter XT. Recently, I've been getting beat a lot by a lot of these what are they called, lentos, with very far poking moves. But as of now, I've been playing a lot more Street Fighter XT because of this 2013 update. This update has been really good. Typical type of tradition that Street Fighter carries when they always want to better the Street Fighter games. We also saw this with the original Street Fighter 2 and Hyper Fighting and so on. Also with the Street Fighter 4 and then the Super Street Fighter 4. And I think this is going to be their way of keeping that tradition. Updating characters, balancing a lot of gameplay. I'm not going to be going through with all the different moves and different gameplay variants that they started adding to them. There's a whole lot of other videos out there that are explaining them way better than I ever could, which I actually learned from. But the reason I did start playing is also the connection. The connection seemed to have gotten a lot better. I was having a lot of trouble playing this game because of the lag. I would get these really bad games. If you guys check out my other videos, I think I added in my description that I started the combos that I dropped. I was dropping them because of the lag, and of course, when you go back and you start looking at the footage, it's not gonna show you where it lags. So of course, it's gonna look like I suck and I failed with the combo, right? But that's not always the case. Also with these, all these fights, I believe, yeah, I like these fights. Most of them are ranked. I think 1 or 2 are endless. But I wasn't really lagging. Like everything was pretty straightforward. Nothing too crazy. So now I'll just start talking about my fights right now. I don't play really too much endless. It's hard to get in any lobbies, so I try to stick with mostly ranks. Let me see what I've seen. What works really well with Dudley is that crouching medium punch. That's my favorite move, and really fast. Has very good priority. Dudley's overhead, I have trouble connecting his overhead, which I believe is called the dart shot, into another standing high kick. That was like my signature move kind of in Street Fighter 4, if you guys remember. But I can't do that in this game for some reason, so I have to link my overhead into a crouching jab. See, I did it right there. But this was when I think this fight is actually before the 2013 update too, because I saw myself earlier weaving with Steve, and I can't actually weave with him after the update because that stomping move that Steve has, where it kind of killed it for me, right? I mean, it's not at all useful for me. I mean, I never use that move. I come up with a few combos for it, but it's weak. I mean, it's 2 hits. Maybe if you're in a corner, you can continue a combo afterwards. But I mean, it sucks. I mean, I don't like it. It's not even good for throwing off an opponent, I think. I mean, like I said, you can't really do much afterwards. Just hook them, right? But I really enjoy using Steve, especially because his weaves are very interesting. that overhead bounce too. I still cannot take full advantage of that. I'm starting to think that maybe I could just, I don't know, crouch uppercut, but it still doesn't land. That stepping move, I messed up with Dudley right there. I think this fight was when I first started playing with Dudley again on this game when they released the new characters. Released, right? I mean, they were on the disc already. Whatever. I'm trying to do some mix-ups right there. I can't stand Ogres, honestly. I really don't like him. He's a crazy character. I mean, he has some cool moves. You know, Aztec Warrior. But I don't like the guy. It's too ugly. Those crouching kicks are really annoying. But anyways, going back to Dudley, and what I found really works for him is that constant pressure. Just like in Street Fighter 4, actually. I haven't really played, and Street Fighter 3 too. I haven't really been playing much different with him. I mean, yeah, you know, combos mix up or moves mix up a little bit, but it's pretty much the same. Like those grabs right there, where you hit him, get him to block, duck, grab right afterwards. pretty simple stuff. I love mashing out those jabs because I know that medium is gonna connect, and right after the medium, there comes that EX machine gun blow. That is just godly right there. I mean, I remember in Street Fighter 4, you were not able to connect the EX machine gun blow after that medium punch, but with this game you can. And whether it's a good thing or bad, I'm thinking it's kind of in the middle, because kind of forcing you to have to connect that standing high kick into the EX machine gun blow, it will give you more damage, without a doubt. But the fact is that now in these games, it's a bit harder to land that move. I think they reduced some range on it too. Basically, you have to rely more on that crouching medium, which is actually, I think, better. I mean, overall, for hit confirmations and for even be able to land the hit. One thing I really still can't get down is that ABC comboing. Oh, I don't know how that happened with Ogre right there. I mean, he was supposed to land on me, but I wasn't even blocking. I mean, I think I was blocking the wrong way. But those jabs are really good too. And anyways, that's the other thing I really haven't gotten a hold of in this game is that ABC comboing. I don't know. I guess I'm not comfortable with it. Oh yeah, this is a mirror match. I really like this match just because of what I do with Steve. I believe it's in the second round that I weave right out of Dudley's moves and stuff. It's really interesting because when I fight Dudley's, I throw out my Steve. When I see another Steve, I try to throw out my Dudley because I actually know you have to hit his legs. You have to go for his legs. That's the only way you're really gonna get at Dudley. And most of the characters that I lose against are the ones that really have low hits. Kazuya, for example, Ryu Ken, of course, Gali OP characters. So I really like this fight. I mean, I am BP points, I guess, better than him. But you know, he had an alright Dudley. Just not a lot of combos. There was my ABC, and then here comes out Steve. I think it might be here. But do you see how I use these weaves right there? Right there. That's what I'm talking about. I mean, no one's expecting that, especially with Dudley. I mean, Dudley's all upper body hits for being a boxer now. But no one was expecting that, I know. So I really enjoy that. It's really good, especially for when you have people jumping in on you and you weave out of the way, so you completely dodge that upper hit, unless of course they dig in deep enough and they hit your legs. Like, they're able to hit your legs if they dig deep enough. I get a lot of hits like that from Sagai. Unless Sagai jumps in on me, it's hard to weave because he's so freaking tall. Oh, this old man is annoying too. What's his name? I don't know, I forget the old man's name. But you know, he has a lot of mix-ups too. Tekken characters, right? With their long hit string. I think I take it right here. Yeah, I think I'm being selfish a little bit with Dudley and Steve because I'm focusing mostly on the power. I'm trying to use power to really land that one combo where it's really gonna demoralize the person, and I could just start mixing up, trying to wait for that fatal mistake, and then just completely punish him for it using those gems. I think in this fight, I'm still using defensive gems for Steve, but it's lately I think it's my last couple fights on this video that you'll see my 3 gems, my 3 power gems for Dudley and Steve. And that's just because I had the defensive ones for Steve, because I noticed that I was just getting knocked out too fast, or you know, Steve was just taking way too much damage. And I'm thinking, if I manage to just throw him in there, if I have the power gems equipped, all I need to do is land one good combo with him, or while I have those power gems activated, land that I don't know, his own version of the machine gun blow. I don't know what it's called, that command grab that Steve has. That is like one of my favorite moves with Steve, just because as soon as that connects, all I have to do is throw in Dudley and just start hitting them with that high kick in the back. I mean, they're not gonna go anywhere. They're gonna keep getting hit. So let me see. I believe this was a ranked fight. Yeah, this was a ranked fight with a little bit better person than me. I think the problem with this though is that I don't think we get knocked out. I think it's a timeout on the last win to reach straight 1-1. That's bread and butter with Steve, I think. That stepping medium punch jab. Stepping where he takes that big step in. You need to really cancel out. The timing on this is really incredible. I mean, you need to... If you hold back right after that move, right, you're getting a flicker stance, and you need to cancel that right into your either crouching medium or your crouching heavy. Which the crouching heavy is a bit better, but I don't like using it just because I feel like if I do the crouching medium, I'm gonna have to do the ducking fox hunt and then fox hunt into that EX Sonic thing. And that's really gonna pop them up and give me more damage, whereas opposed to if I land that crouching heavy punch. If I land that crouching heavy punch, I could also do a ducking fox hump, but I feel the need, since it gives you a bit more stun, I could just duck right under and just pop them in the air. I think that's the best. I really hate playing people that all they do is ABC back and forth. I mean, for the sake of this victory, I have to do it back to back, but I can't stand it. I mean, I want to see combos, but that's not really a combo, I guess. I mean, it's 1, 2, 3, and then you know, you throw your other character and he does the other move, right? Yeah. Let me see, fighting Cody's. Let me see, in this fight, I don't know, I try to hit him over the head. I just try to hit him right once I start building momentum with Dudley. I feel that's where I could really get the opponents. It's actually the ones who could keep their cool, though, the ones that I find the most difficult with, like this particular guy. The reason I keep trying those 3 uppercuts with Dudley is because I know I've connected it before, but I don't remember when or what type of hit confirm I landed on the first uppercut. I don't remember, so I keep trying it. I mean, I figure I've seen it, I know I've done it before, and I'll connect it again. And of course, this is my favorite move, the Rolling Thunder. I mean, they made it so easy. It's ridiculously easy to really punish a character with the fireball, just because of Dudley's input. I remember on Street Fighter 4, catching or having to catch Guile with it was one of the hardest characters, of course, because Guile had almost no recovery after the Sonic Boom. I mean, it was insane. But I remember I would always try to throw in my weak duck. My weak duck, right? So it could already start buffering in for the Rolling Thunder. And if I were to even see movement from Dudley, that's when I would throw out the other half circle forward hit. And that was actually the only way I would be able to catch Dudley. I would have to buffer in that first motion or the first duck to even get him to flinch or something. But in this game, it's just one half circle back with these kicks. I mean, do you have any idea how easy that is? It's ridiculous. I'm just standing there most of the time just waiting for them to throw it. So that's really something too. The other move that I love using with Dudley in this game, or it's actually after the update, the 2013 update, basically that Dudley's invincible when he's charging that short swing blow. When he's charging the short swing blow, he's invincible. Upper body though, so you can still go and sweep his legs. But I think it's a good way to really get people who haven't fought too many Dudleys. They don't really understand that he is invincible at that point. So, you know, I've had people throw fireballs at me, and I'm just moving my body, weaving right, and then before they know it, I'm already charging at them with a Rolling Thunder. I found this most effective too with against Adal Zine. I remember he was trying to poke me to death, but because I had that instability going, I kept hitting them with the EX version of the short swing blow. I would get the knockdown, and after that I would just keep pressing them. So that's really something I like about the upgrade too. The other move with Steve, I think that he got after the upgrade, which you're for sure going to see it in the other fights later on, is basically his peekaboo stance is so much better. I think you guys have seen my other video with Zangief, where basically Zangief's trying to grab me, but I'm just there in peekaboo stance to really test it out. I had no idea you can grab from me until I saw that. I was like, wow, this is really something against these grab happy characters. Mario, Zangief, you know, those grab happy characters. And so I find myself staying more in peekaboo stance, especially against those grab happy characters. And basically when you land that patella smash, which is a hook to the body, right afterwards you're able to connect that albino combo. Yeah, after, you know, that albino combo connects, I mean, basically you're going to want to, what I like to do, a Miku combo, you know, getting out of the peekaboo stance, and then, you know, doing some other type of things, doing the flipper stance, pushing farther, closer to you. I just go with the elbows, the uppercut elbows he has within the peekaboo stance. Something else that I've been trying to experiment with using Steve and his peekaboo stance is trying to hit opponents after I've knocked them down, try to hit them with the patella smash. The cool thing about the patella smash is that he has a, what is that, some type of shield, I forgot what to call it, but he has a shield that basically he's able to absorb one hit. So he throws a punch, they try to uppercut or whatever, it'll stop it and the patella smash will connect. And once that connects, you go right into your albino combination again. And usually what I do, I hit the 2 elbows and then I go into the level 3 double cross counter assault, whatever it's called. But yeah, right there I just knocked out Lars, I think, with the Hellfire Rush. That move is, by the way, like legendary. You guys are familiar with the Dempsey roll. Basically, you guys, I think it's from his anime called Hajime no Ippo, boxing anime in Japanese. Basically, you start weaving your body left to right in the type of figure 8, and as you're weaving, you start producing punches. And the power of your punches comes from your momentum and your stance. Like I told you guys before, I do box, and basically all your power from your punches ultimately starts from your legs. If your legs are weak, your punches are going to be weak. If your stance is weak, or you're stumbling, or you're not balanced right, you know, you're not going to be able to produce those punches. Yeah, the key to your punches is using your legs. So going back to that Hellfire Rush or Dudley Dempsey roll, you know, you want to have a wide stance, and you're basically trying to build that momentum. Using that momentum, you're going to be producing punches, right? And you're going to really need to turn your body, connect that punch, and once you're done with that punch, twist and move your body and your legs and your ankles and calves and everything, so that you're able to weave, continue that momentum, and carry it into your punches again. That's just the move, right? But it does work, and it originated from a heavyweight boxer. I believe his name was Jack Dempsey. He was, I think, 5'11", around Mike Tyson's height also. And of course, he was having trouble fighting taller boxers. So this was his move when he would jab, you know, try to close in space. He would get in and start weaving his body and his head, and as soon as it would miss, he would hit him in the body. He would hit him in the face. And I think if you guys YouTube it, they're gonna show you the Dempsey roll from the anime, and they're gonna show you Jack Dempsey himself, where he. The way I've seen him do it is he puts his gloves on his knees and he starts moving his head. I guess that's for balance, right? And then from that he starts hitting them back and forth. So essentially that's where the move actually originated from. It's really cool move. Very hard to actually get it down in real life, though. I mean, that's just something you need to practice. I think the hardest thing about the move is actually your weave. think it's your weave, because any guy can like throw a punch or whatever, but it's your weave that I think really matters. So getting back to Street Fighter, Kazuya, he is a very interesting character. I love how he fights. I mean, he's, you know, MMA fighter, you know, hands, legs, everything. I mean, it's really cool. I did not play too much Tekken, and if I did, I would either play with King or I would play with Steve. Because he's a boxer. I mean, those boxers are cool, right? But yeah, this is something. These raw taggings that I'm doing with Dudley, I kind of don't like doing them just because, you know, how open they get left. But sometimes if you, or the way I do it is, if I feel I have enough space or they can't really do much damage, then I would more than be able to, you know, tag out and then get Steve and build that momentum again. The little difference between Steve and Dudley that I feel is I cannot pressure as well with Steve as I can with Dudley. The thing is that Steve, the big thing about Steve, I think that I find trouble with is that overhead. You can't do anything after that unless you counter hit it. They bounce and you could go into some other combo. But other than that, I mean, I guess mixing in low hits with Steve and trying to go overhead every now and then, hoping for that counter hit. That's where the weaves come in very handy. Actually, you know, you get in instead of throwing an actual attack, you weave out of the way. Your opponent tries to grab you, throws a punch. You can counter right back. Let me see, this is a fight against Marduk, I think. I haven't fought too many of them online, honestly, but the ones I fought with are very interesting, actually. Oh, I love that DX machine gun blow. Like I said, a lot of people are not expecting how fast Dudley is, but he's like beyond fast, insane. And not people matching colors too. So let's see. This is second round. Yoshimitsu, I have not fought too many of those, but the ones I have fought, they're really crazy, especially when he starts sitting or standing on his sword and he throws his body. I mean, I don't know, it's just too crazy for me. But yeah, I had some trouble with the Yoshimitsu. See, right there, after a while, they start getting people. They get smart. They get smart to your overheads and everything. So you gotta start mixing them up even further. That was raw tag, and I wasn't able to punish. That was very bad of me. I don't know why that second uppercut didn't connect. Oh, that is actually, yeah, when I was talking about Yoshimitsu, that is the most annoying move I think it has. That propeller type of sword swing out there. It just sucks to win. It actually kind of works, it reminds me of a little of Steve's command grab, where he kind of just sucks you when you punch. You tag out, you get your partner to come in, you start move behind him, and you start hitting him in the back. You start hitting him in the back with a high kick and a short swing blow. Very high damaging combos. While Steven, they count as actual full hits. It's not like you're doing damage or anything. That's really good. But yeah, so let's see. A little bit more about me. I live in Los Angeles. I am a California State University Los Angeles student, full-time student, studying the criminal justice system, hoping to get into some type of area where I want to be helping the community, that kind of stuff. Let me see. I'm barely 20 years old, I guess. I don't know if that's old enough or young, who cares? I've been playing Street Fighter. Let me see if I remember. I remember first playing it when I was, I think, about 4 years old. And I always get into these arguments with people, touching on terms that I don't remember. There's no way you can remember up to you're 3 years old. I'm like, look, psychologists have this thing called an impact event, where I think it's self-explanatory, right? If the event impacts you enough, you will remember. And one thing I do remember is Street Fighter, because I remember how fun it was for me to even learn the first time to throw Sonic Boom with Dial. 4 years old, right? But I mean, I remember playing. Especially with Blanca. Blanca was so cool because you would just have to press the button really fast and he would throw out the electricity. It was Street Fighter 2 Hyper Fighting. It was Hyper Fighting, I remember, yeah. So 4 years old, I wasn't too good at it, of course. And honestly, when I was younger, I was not too much into video games. It was just more like I had a Nintendo 64. And what would I play? Oh yeah, I would play Zelda. I would play Donkey Kong. I remember that was Donkey Kong 64. That was really fun. That was actually one of the first games that I passed. Yeah, it was Donkey Kong 64, the first game I ever passed, and then I passed Zelda after. Zelda was really intense for me. I had to get help from so many different people. I mean, it was insane, but I did it, you know, and I think I was like 8 or 9. I don't remember. But I started getting back into Street Fighter when I got a PS2 and I bought Capcom Classics Collection. You guys should remember it, or I'm sure you guys will know. But it basically had a collection of all the old school Capcom games, and one of them was Street Fighter 2. It had Street Fighter 2 World Champion, and it had Street Fighter 2 Hyper Fighting. And I started playing my dad, and he was just destroying me. He's like, "Oh wow, I can't believe you got this game. Here, let's play." And of course, we played, and he demolished me. And I was just beyond mad. I remember, you know, when he would go work, and then I would come home from school. I would jump right on the game, try to practice to beat him. And it was just so frustrating. I remember, but you know, with his guidance and patience and perseverance, I got decent. I think I got really decent. It was Bison. I remember Bison and Hyper Fighting 2 was just a big cheater. You know, it just cycle crush you and grab you out of nowhere. I mean, I don't know, it was pissing me off. I broke I think like 3 or 4 controllers just because I was getting so mad at Bison. I remember. And the first person I beat Bison with was actually Blanca, just because all I would do was the electricity. Yeah, it was cheap, but who cares? But after I started getting the hang of it, and I started playing my dad more, I really started understanding the Street Fighter game, especially with Guile. Like really going from the booms and then, you know, understanding what the combos are. That was really good. But ultimately, I mean, I have to thank my dad for teaching me all that. I mean, he was the one. He actually has a lot of stories too of when he started playing. I mean, he would play in these arcade cabinets, right? And he was telling me about all these different type of cheats and type of secret moves and strategies. I don't know if you guys remember, but there was a move with Guile in arcade cabinets that it would literally freeze the game, or it would just freeze the character. He would throw handcuffs on him. And I think he told me Chun-Li also had handcuffs. But basically, you know, you would do the move, Guile would stay in some position, and the character would freeze, and then you would walk over and just kill the guy, right? He told me too that he had a friend that would like freeze the whole arcade cabinet if he was about to lose. I'm just like, wow, that would really piss me off. But you know, a lot of history, and that's basically how I really got into Street Fighter. Oh, there goes the Weezy again. The spin moves with Steve. What will happen next? Yeah, right there, I'm really trying to pressure with those jabs, and I made one mistake right there. The thing about Steve is that if you don't press, if you just press the jab button, I think it's, you know, I forgot all the frame information, I should have wrote it down, but he has very high frames on recovery, so you could keep hitting the guy and not have to honestly worry about him hitting back, just because of his, I think they're negative frames, I don't know, but basically when you do a stepping, it's called a British edge. When you do with Steve, when you press forward jab, he does the same kind of jab, but it's a bit different, and that one is less safe than the one you saw me doing. So in order to try to keep up with the opponent right there, I try to move forward and let go of it at the same time, but obviously I messed up. I know he was trying to mash it out, and that's when he really got it. I messed up with Dudley right there. These are actually my favorite when I see the two characters out, and I'm like, okay, if I can, you know, people get hasty because they think you're gonna block, but that's actually when I really try to learn more hits, especially with Steve, since Steve is a straight he just takes one step straight and he just throws that Hellfire Rush, and you could easily combo both opponents right there, because they're always constantly attacking when you throw out both characters. I haven't fought too many Guiles in this game. I was playing with Guile originally. I was playing with Guile and Steve. I remember that was the team I was using just because Dudley wasn't here yet. I was dying to wait until Dudley was released, you know? But Guile's pretty fun. I mean, he has that sonic boom right there. I'm trying to weave through the sonic boom. That funky color looking guy, looks like the Simpsons. And then goes that ABC. What is that guy's name? Jin, right? Jin. Man, he's a really tough character too. Got it.
But it'll end the same.
I think this match is also before the 2013 update. I think the next few fights after this is are my most recent fights, which includes the update.
I'll take on any challenge that
But
you got.
After this battle is over, I can continue my journey.
Oh, I try to do a good combo like that. Oh, I like that one. I haven't seen that one with Guy already. Oh, that was one thing too about they gave Dudley in this game that I know it's a little bit overpowered, but Dudley needs it. That jumping high kick, people's elbow. He basically hits you so hard you bounce off the ground. Yeah, it's a bit OP, I guess, but I mean, like I said, Dudley needs it. There's a lot of other characters in this game that have moves like that. Like, for example, I know Marduk has that thing where he stomps on you and you just bounce off the ground. I mean, I was like, wow. And when I saw Dudley had that, I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm gonna tear people up if they want to jump on. I mean, as you can see in the last round, that's kind of what okay, look at these costumes. I kind of jokered them out, right? Because honestly did not know what color to make these guys. I was just like, I don't know. And I saw this picture with the Joker, and he had a kind of suit like the one Dudley has, and I'm like, okay, that's what I'm gonna do. And Steve, you know, Steve's already funky colored, so it's like, alright, it'll work perfectly. These are 2013 updates, so these are more recent fights. All of these should be ranked, because like I'm telling you, I don't find too many anonymous fights or lobbies. I usually get kicked out for whatever reason, so I just try to stick to rank.
I still don't have what it
If you notice my gems though, for Steve, these are again the defensive gems. So I guess I wasn't paying attention too much to the gems right here. Okay, that was a very bad input on my part. I mean, I tried to land that Hellfire Rush with Steve, but it just, I don't know, I think I pressed. Yeah, it was kind of medium that I think I pressed. On those counter fox hits, I keep forgetting to do that stepping move with Steve where you could keep hitting him. Yeah, every time I use Zangief, I try to get on Steve just because of that peekaboo. I did not see that coming. I thought I would be able to uppercut my way out of that Ryu kick. Yeah, Ryu's, I struggle a lot with Ryu's on this game just because, I mean, it's so sick. So OP, I guess, but I mean, it's part of the game. I don't mind. Oh yeah, the other thing too that I really appreciate about this update is that grab. The grab, I mean, they drastically reduced the frames it takes for the grab pressure with the knife. I mean, I don't remember honestly grabbing at all before the update. I mean, it was just so bad. I mean, you have to literally walk to the guy and just do the grab input and just wait like a few seconds, I guess, especially with the lag. But now it's a little bit faster, although I gotta be honest, I still whiff them sometimes. I still whiff those grabs and it pisses me off. I'm like, dude, it really kills the momentum, and then they just hit me right back out with an ABC. Hey, this combo with that costume with Steve is really something. I think he looks like that guy. What's that guy's name from Alice in Wonderland? I don't know, but it's that guy with the hat. If you see Steve's hat at the top, it has the smile of that cat, so I know that's where they got the costume from. Pretty obvious, I think. It was that cartoon movie from too, yeah. Elbow, sweep, and then I missed off the card. I mean, at this point, all I gotta do is just keep punching and stuff. Okay, this is where I think you guys will really see what I'm talking about Steve's great power within the peekaboo stance, especially against grabbing characters or characters that you are familiar with and you know their moves and you know their type of hit confirms and stuff like that. For example, with Guile, I know that was overhead. I could fulfill a smash through that. Ryu too. I mean, there's a lot of Ryus that we all play with. Right there, right there, the way I connected that combo was exactly what I was saying right there. I could connect that level 3 cross assault, whatever. But yeah, that's one of my favorite moves as of like right now with Steve, just because how useful the peekaboo stance is. Which actually I also personally like it, just because that's actually my stance in real life. You know, keep your leg close to your head and tuck in if they try to hit you. Abel looks so wicked in this game, especially with that alternate costume. And this is like one of the only Abels I've ever fought. I'm fighting Abels. There's a lot of characters, but you typically tend to run into the same characters. And that's why I like using the characters that I do. I mean, I honestly do not run into too many Dudleys. I don't run into too many Steves. It's unique. Mix it up and stuff, you know. I think this guy's an A rank. Yeah.
Takes more than strength.
I know he didn't see that coming. The other thing too I try to do with Dudley, which is what I would do a lot in Street Fighter 4, is after type of machine gun blow, type of combo, whatever, try to connect again that high kick. And if that high kick, you get to complete the high kick is going to any other moves. Personally, I like to just duck and grab them right after they're not expecting that. No, that's one thing I gotta be careful with too, the wake up. I'm that attack happy guy, right? I mean, if I start getting momentum, I'm gonna keep hitting and keep hitting and hitting and hitting. As you could see with Guy right there, he just did that spin kick. That really stops me, really slows me down. The other thing too that I see is with Ryu, Ken, who else? I think Kazuya, you know, all the characters with uppercuts and stuff like that, I just smash that out. There's a move in this game that I don't see too many people use, which I'm including myself in that list. I do not use this move where if you're blocking, I believe you can press high kick and high punch. It'll pick up 1 meter, it kind of like EX attacks the opponent out of it so you can stop getting pressured. I really like, I saw someone do it on me the other day basically, and they were using Steve too, ironically. But I was hitting him with Steve, you know, with those jabs. I was jabbing him, trying to keep him in the corner, and then all of a sudden he just tackled right through my punches. I was like, what just happened? And then that's when I remembered we have this move too that almost no one remembers to use it, which is actually pretty useful, especially in this game with these these attack strings, and which is why I think they included it. There's something to keep in mind, guys. You can see my gens, I think now, yeah, you see my gens, so these are my most recent fights. They have these 3 power gems with Steve, and I also have them. The thing about the gems is, I guess you gotta pay for it, but they cost $1. I mean, it's really a big deal. I mean, I guess don't get it because I do, because it costs $1, and you know, makes the game a bit funner, you know, makes the character a little bit better. Let me see what is it. I like my sound about the diligent boxers. Like, I like Balrog's too. It says heavyweight boxer, which is kind of what I am. Oh, look, there was another Dudley. Oh, I think this is that Dudley with them blood chucks. Old man right here. And that old man crazy. Oh no, this isn't that good. This is another good. I think I had a good fight with this one too. Yeah, typically, I have to admit, I played this. I wish I would have saved the fight, but it was a long time ago. I played this guy that was also using Dudley and Steve team, and he completely wrecked me. I was like, wow. I think it was when I first started, when the characters first came out, I think. But yeah, he did some really crazy stuff too. I wish I would have ran into him. I would have friended him. See, there was the overhead. I did him, but I mean, what am I supposed to do after? Okay, that's me trying to weave after the update, which is, I don't know, it looks almost useless. Just because the reason I hold back is that in case I miss the weave or I don't time it right, I'm still blocking if they want to hit the top part or whatever. Because I mean, if you weave out of the way, I mean, they could still try to hit you, but they're gonna hit your block. Unless they go straight for your legs or they dig deep enough, you know, where they hit your legs even though you're weaving. Typically that usually doesn't happen, but like I said, because of this update, it makes it a lot harder for me to really use that weave. So I'm trying to either press forward and weave, or just let go of the thing and weave. Let go of the movement and weave, but it's still pretty hard. And here we have machine gun battles back and forth. Sweet.
I'll take on any challenge that you
That combo's really nasty. There I go with my mix-up. The guy doesn't know what's going on. I pull out Steve, and this, yeah, it's knocked out. I really appreciate those uppercuts with Steve and the flip with crouch cancel. That is extremely helpful. And also, I've seen these other combo videos too with Steve, which I've tried to mimic, where Steve is standing, punches, flicker crouch cancels, takes a step forward, punches again, and then it repeats, right? It's like crouch cancel, step forward, punch, flicker crouch cancel, step forward, punch. I can only get about 2 hits and then into the uppercut. But I mean, the way I play with Steve, I really don't find myself hitting that on someone or even trying to hit it on someone. And even so, I haven't really practiced it enough to say that I would use it in a ranked match. But it's still really good to know for Steve. I have landed the jumping high kick into standing high punch with the crouch cancel, crouching high punch. So that's already 3 really strong hits. And then from there, you know, you could go into your skyscraper hit with Steve after the duck, or you can hit him with a fox hunt into ultra, hit him fox hunt into sonic bang, and then continue the combo from there. I mean, that's a really high damaging combo. But again, I mean, you have to either, I don't know, they have to whip the uppercut, or they have to miss it somehow, and then you jump on them or whatever. So this is me fighting another Steve, which is too many Steves, like I said. But yeah, this is the last fight I'm showing you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this commentary. I added it on my videos. Like I said, someone suggested I do this. Depending on the type of views I get on this, the reaction, the quality, depending on the comments, I mean, I'll try to keep doing this or not. I mean, I personally don't want to. I don't feel I have that radio man's voice. But then again, who knows? So hope you guys enjoyed my video. This is Joker Crazy. Don't forget to subscribe to me if you guys haven't seen me. Subscribe. Leave comments about any games that you would like to see. Leave comments about gameplay. I'm actually